this wonderful elite debaters meeting. Today, my name is Nahida and I'm the Sergeant at Arms. I will officially open the meeting and now I will read out the mission of today's meeting. So, the mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. I would also like to mention some of the ground rules of today's meeting. When I request our guests and members and other Toastmasters to keep their audio muted when there is a speaker on the screen. And also I request the debaters of today's meeting to keep their video on and make sure their audio and video is all fine and working correctly and their net is all okay. And now I will hand over, also I would like to apologize from the part of Toastmaster Ruhaina because she has some urgent work right now. So I will hand over the screen to our president and a wonderful leader, our president, to Toastmaster Anwar Adam. Please give a big round of applause for him.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Elite Debaters meeting number 60 and debate number 4. Today we have something very exciting, which is our debate meeting. But before I talk about today, let me just inform all the guests why we did not have the meeting the last month, August 22nd. We missed the meeting. All the members know the reason, but just for the benefit of guests, let me inform you. We canceled the meeting because we were participating in a debate competition. This was conducted by Kuwait Debate Association. There were about 20 to 25 teams and about 12 to 16 members from our club participated. And we did very fairly well, but we did not manage to win, although we had a lot of experience. The debate format there was quite different, but eventually we came back with something special, which was our member, Toastmaster Eno, won among all the debaters. He ranked 9th. Among about 80 members, he ranked 9th. So that was a real achievement for the club and kudos to him. Apart from that, there are two special things which is happening today. Of course, our debate competition, and today is Toastmaster Eno Budo's birthday. And since it's a special day, we have given him off. He has taken off from his workplace and we give him off from debating. So he's sitting and relaxing and he's enjoying today's meeting. Today is also a very special day because our member, Toastmaster Rola, is celebrating her daughter's birthday with her. So we are really happy that our members are, enjoying themselves, and we do miss them, but it's important that they have their own personal and family time too. Now, coming to today's meeting, we are all excited to see the debate championship, and we have in guest, I see a lot of new faces, and most of us, we already interacted during our networking sessions, but two special guests who I would like to call out is firstly our finance director, probably the district 20 finance manager, who's the richest person today out here. And the second, region head, past immediate region head, DTM Ali Shabazz, who is here to give the keynote speak. I will hand over now to the master of ceremonies, who is going to introduce each one of us and have the control of the meeting. So please put your hands together to welcome the most dashing, the most beautiful, and the most energetic and anytime ready for Toastmaster meeting. Toastmaster Arif Jafar, our upcoming champion.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters President Anwar Adam, for this warm introduction. And I wish that our co-host to stop sharing the screen so everyone can see me. Hopefully soon. Thank you so much for this introduction. And I am so happy to be the Toastmaster or the MC for today's event. And I wish that you all will enjoy your time during our champion debate and our speaker for today. Today's meeting is very special with all the celebration we have, with all the amazing people who's there. Also, it's very, very, very special because I am here. Okay. بكل تواضع. I don't know the name in English. Anyway. So, are you all ready to start with an amazing session? We are starting not with the champion debate, with the debate champion. We are starting with a very special, and as Toastmaster Anwar mentioned, the most rich person in today's meeting. So we are starting with this person who he's been in Toastmasters for the past 10 years. He kept the, I need to read what our president sent to me. He, what did you write? Oh, sorry. He kept the stepping stone with Sri Lanka Club Symposium, I hope I'm saying it right, Toastmasters and Manama Toastmasters Club in Bahrain. Charter member of the Allied Bahrain Toastmasters Club. Professionally a chartered accountant working as the direct finance for Grand Swiss Bell Hotel in Bahrain, held different positions in area and division. Finally, now he is District 20 Finance Manager. So everyone, let's welcome our District 20 Finance Manager, Toastmasters DTM Ravi. Ravi, what's his second name? I'm sorry. Jai Kodi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but let's welcome him to the screen. Please, sir, unmute yourself. Sir, you're not unmuted.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much once again for that great introduction. The most of the way it has been introduced you to this session. And it's a privilege to be with all of you, the Elite Debate Toastmasters Club. Once again, I just want to tell, leaders are not about titles. It's not about positions or the flowcharts that we do. It's all about one life influencing another. To do this, you should inherit the humble qualities in you with a big heart to serve and assist and to uplift the others. With my honest gratitude, since I'm addressing a Toastmasters Club in Kuwait, I have my gratitude to the immediate past finance manager, distinguished Toastmaster Christie. You may wonder why. He is one of the leaders who have enriched me in the fullest support while I was taking up this role as DFM. When I wanted to know the responsibilities as district finance, he spoke to me and even went out of the way to share his own workings files. This shows his true leadership qualities. And what touched me to address you in this opening speech to you to become leaders, and he said these very words: I want you to be better than me. This is exactly what Toastmasters are, dear leaders. Whatever your grade or position, if you know how and when to speak and when to remain silent, your chances of real success are proportionately increased. This is just a thought and a quote from our dear father of Toastmasters, Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. fellow leaders, on behalf of the District 20 and myself personally, I want to thank the President and the members for making me to grace this occasion. And I personally wish a vibrant evening and a very interesting debate topic to talk about. Wish you all the best, and back again to the Master of Ceremonies, who is the most and the most and the most. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters DTM Ravi, for this amazing and wonderful words. It's really pleasure to have you today, and I am sure and hopefully you will enjoy our debate and our meeting today. And now we will move to the next role player for today evening, and it is none other than our Chief Judge. So I can introduce him to you. Let's see the screen, co-host, please. Can we see the screen for the Chief Judge? Yes, he is none other than Area Director, Toastmasters, Prince George, our Chief Judge for today. And of course, we will have a great debate because you are here with us. And now, are we ready, Chief Judge, to start our debate? Chief Judge?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
We are ready to go.
We are ready, but I would just need about 60 seconds more because Noor is just logging in. So that's about it.
60 seconds?
It sounds a lot more than 1 minute.
Exactly. So timer 60 seconds. Keep it in your mind. We will have it this 60 seconds until I introduce the amazing and the wonderful person who will be running today debate. He is none other than the debate moderator for today. And guess who is he? If you can see all the videos, click on all the gallery views and you will see everyone in front of you. You will find a person with a blue suit, ready, professional, happy, smiling, and of course, his wife selected the suit, I think. I can see the taste. So let's welcome to the stage, to the screen, our debate moderator for today, Toastmasters, Quraish Dola.
Thank you so much, Arij. Thank you so much for a wonderful, wonderful introduction. Yes, and you are right. The suit is selected by my wife, but I will not show you the trousers that I'm wearing. That is selected by me. It's a great opportunity to be here today, and I hope to be doing justice to the role that I'm been offered today. And I wish all the speakers and the debaters a grand success and best of luck. Back to you.
Thank you so much. I thought we will start the debate and you will be taking over right now, Toastmaster Quraish, so you can start the debate, champion.
We have missed out the role players. Can you please?
Oh, yeah. Of course, I just wanted to make an action. Okay. No.
Now you know why I did not speak.
The role players for today, we have an amazing, can we have the screen for the role players? We have amazing Sergeant at Arms who started the meeting. You have seen her, Toastmaster Nahida. And also there is another Sergeant at Arms, I believe, or no? Toastmaster Anwar, do we have another Sergeant at Arms? Okay. The Chief Sergeant at Arms is here, and then we will have our timer for today is DTM Ula Rashid. And our pallet counter is, of course, I'm not timer, but our pallet counter is Toastmaster Sohan and one of the guests. I hope that we already got one guest, Toastmaster Anwar. Toastmaster Danish, he's there, hopefully. So let's all welcome both of them. Thank you, Toastmaster Danish, for taking up the role of pallet counter. And we have our timers, as I mentioned, Toastmasters DTM Ula Rashid, who will be taking care of the whole time for the whole meeting, and with all my advices here and there anyway. And we have the host and co-host for today meeting is Toastmaster DTM, of course, our immediate past district director, DTM Wafa Salman, and one of the champions, Toastmasters, Abir and Wahed. Thank you so much. And the next screen, please. Next screen is, yes, everyone. Here is our role player for today. And of course, I have introduced the moderator and chief judge. And now, after we introduced everyone, do you want to introduce someone more? Another one? Anyone more? Thank God we don't have a grammarian for today. Do you want to introduce someone else? Toastmaster Anwar, everything is cool? Okay. Let's start with our debate. And again, let's welcome the handsome guy with the blue suit, Toastmaster Quraish Dawlad, our debate moderator.
Thank you so much, Arij, for giving me the mic once again. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and all the distinguished guests that are present today. Welcome to the Elite Debaters Debate Championship number 4. Before we start the debate, please allow me to share a few ground rules that we need to know before we start the debate. This debate will follow the Toastmasters International recommended method and will consist of 3 speakers on each side. The resolution for this round is, it is resolved that security cameras are an invasion to our privacy. I repeat, it is resolved that security cameras are an invasion to our privacy. Our timers for this debate are DTM Ola Rashid, and she will be taking care of the timing. The timing rules are as follows. The team captain's opening speeches will be for 5 minutes. The green light will be shown at 4 minutes 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 4 minutes 40 seconds. And the red light will be shown at 4 minutes 50 seconds. The speaker's microphone will be muted right at 5 minutes. So I recommend and I suggest all the speakers to wrap up their speeches by 5 minutes for the captains. Speeches for the second and the third speakers will be, and the speeches by the third and the second and the third speakers will be for 4 minutes. The green light will be shown at 3 minutes 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 3 minutes 40 seconds. And the red light will be shown at 3 minutes 50 seconds. And the speaker's microphone will be muted at exactly 4 minutes. The summary part for both the captains will be for 3 minutes. The green light will be shown at 2 minutes 30 seconds. The yellow light will be shown at 2 minutes 40 seconds. And the red light will be shown at 2 minutes 50 seconds. The speaker's microphone will be muted exactly at 3 minutes. One thing that the captains need to remember when they are giving their summary is no new material will be allowed during the summary speech. Normally, the moderator has the right to intervene when a speaker gives new material, but to avoid technical glitches on this virtual platform, the moderator will indicate to the judges that there was evidence of new material for them to consider. The decision made by our judges will be final. Speakers shall speak according to their team sequence, during which we kindly request all the debaters, the moderators and timers to keep your videos on. Our guests and audience, please remember that heckling any speaker during the debate is absolutely not allowed. And I would recommend and I would suggest the Sergeant at Arms and the host to make sure that all the guests and people who are not supposed to be speaking are muted. I also request that all the chat should be closed from now on, so there is no disturbance or any kind of interference for the speakers. So all the chat should be closed until the debate is over. Now, let us meet our today's debaters. Host, can you please bring up the slides? The affirmative side is by Elite Gladiators. We have a beautiful lineup of 3 speakers, starting with the captain of the team, Toastmaster Muhammad Riza A1. The second speaker is Toastmaster Mazharul Haq A2. And the third speaker is Toastmaster Sayyid Hashmi, A3. The negative side is the elite thinkers. The team captain is our champion DTM Alan Paul N1. The second speaker is Toastmaster Tasneem Akbar N2. And the third speaker is Toastmaster Shyam Sundar N3. A beautiful lineup of all the speakers, and I wish all of you a very best of luck. Before we go ahead with the debate, I would like to check with the Chief Judge if he and his team is ready. Chief Judge.
Confirm, moderator. Please proceed.
Thank you so much. Are our debaters ready? The captains can please confirm.
Yes, we are ready.
We are ready.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Are our guests and audience ready? You can have your reactions on the screen. Then let the debate begin and let the best team win. Wishing all the debaters a very best of luck. I now request our Sergeant at Arms to kindly prepare the first speaker.
Good evening, Toastmaster Mohammad Reza.
Good evening.
Am I audible to you?
You
Am
are
I audible to
absolutely
you?
clear. Yeah. Am I
Okay.
audible to you?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Right.
Can you see me?
I have pinned the timer. Yeah, if I can. Yeah.
Yeah, you have pinned the timer? Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you ready?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good luck. Dear moderator, our first speaker is ready.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at
First
Arms.
debate.
Toastmaster Mohammad Reza,
Yes.
best of luck. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Quresh, debate moderator. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, very good evening to all of you. Today we'll be debating on how security cameras are an invasion to privacy or not. First, let us speak about privacy. Let us define privacy. Privacy and your human right to it is the barrier that protects you from people doing things to you. Lets you open up boundaries so you can open up to whom you trust and shut out those you don't. It lets you maintain control. This is your right. But in the last 3 decades, very powerful institutions have tried to tamper with it. It is the individual's right to privacy versus the might and money of governments and corporations. But the only problem here is the fight is in secret and you don't even know that you are taking part. They want to monitor you and make decisions about you. And they also push hard against laws that protect you. They do all this without public debate and with no consent from your side. Privacy is about power. The more we have, the more control we have over our lives. Throughout history, there has been no system of mass surveillance that has not ended up being abused. We have literally no idea where all of this will end up. Monitoring us, branding us, categorizing us, and profiting from us. All of this in the name of security. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, and we don't realize what we are giving up when we give corporations the power to monitor our private lives. Only privacy can stop all this. We, as the affirmative team, are firmly of the opinion that security cameras are an invasion to privacy. Data from security cameras can reveal personal information about an individual, including identity, location, and daily patterns, as the feed captures individuals in public spaces and sometimes in private spaces. In fact, you have little control over information that is captured, retained, or unfortunately shared. the access and use of data are often unclear. It is difficult to determine who is operating what cameras or what information is being retained or shared. However, regulations are just starting to address the problem of CCTV imagery in some places. The EU General Data Protection, for example, has recognized that imagery that identifies an individual is personal data and thus requires lawful, fair, and transparent processing. Some cameras are powerful enough to read cell phone messages several meters away. Newer cameras, especially those used in airports and by police, are equipped with infrared and other sensor technologies that can literally see through walls, clothes, and even your flesh. It is these technologies which threaten privacy and civil liberties. Such technologies challenge conventional understandings of public and private. Both publicly and privately run cameras have been shown to violate privacy legislations often too often. Modern surveillance cameras can record your voice up to a distance of 40 feet. Let me ask you a question here. How would you feel if you are sitting in a cafe or a restaurant and your private conversation is being heard? Wireless cameras active in homes are vulnerable to hackers due to security flaws. If these vulnerabilities were exploited, the hacker could have access to live footage of yourself. I leave you.
Thank you so much, Affirmative Captain Toastmaster Mohammad Riza. That was a beautiful speech. Timer, could you please give 30 seconds for the judges to mark their ballots? Thank you so much, Timer. Sergeant at Arms, could you please prepare the next speaker?
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Alan Paul,
Yes.
have you pinned the timer?
Wait. Yeah, I have.
Okay, am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, all right. So you can see the screen very well, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, ready?
Yes, all set.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, Sergeant Arms. Can I start or back to the moderator?
Yes.
Back to the.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms. DTM Alan Paul, ready to debate?
Yes.
The stage is all yours. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you, moderator, and warm welcome to my worthy opponent. Can you please unmute yourself? Okay, that's great. Great definition on privacy, Toastmaster Mohammad Riza. You said that privacy is a barrier that protects you from various things, right? So where exactly is this definition from?
It is the definition because
it's a definition.
It is more
from
of common sense because.
No, is there a website?
It's more of common sense. If you
okay,
want
it's common sense. Okay, thank you. I got
some
my
information
answer,
about yourself to be protected,
thank you, Riz. Thank you,
it should
Mohammad
be
Riza.
your right itself and not somebody else's right, not the
Let me please
right
move on
of
to
the
the next question.
government or the
Moderator,
corporation.
can I please ask the
Yes,
next
please.
question? Okay, thanks. Now you said that corporations are monitoring our private life and data is being captured in private spaces. Are these security cameras that you're talking about?
Yes, security cameras.
Do you know that there are guidelines in place set by security cameras?
Guidelines are in place in Texas as well, where you can own a gun. However, it does not stop from shooting people as well. You know?
Okay, I got the answer. Have you seen a board saying that, this place is being monitored by a CCTV camera? Have
The
you seen
problem
such a
is
board?
the
No, have you
problem
seen?
is
It's just a yes or no question, please.
yes.
Have you
However,
seen? Yes,
let me
thank you. I
explain
got
on
my
it.
answer. I got my answer. Thank you. I'd like to
When
move
you
on to the
see
next
the
question.
board, it is also
I
about
would like to,
regulation.
moderator, can
It's
I
about
please ask
who's
the next
seeing it. Yeah.
question? Yeah. Now, you mentioned the past 3 decades, there are many institutions who try to tamper with these things. Now,
Absolutely.
who are these institutions and where is the source coming from?
The institutions are across the world. It can be from corporations and manufacturers of cameras themselves, as well as
Thank you so much. DTM Allen, you can go ahead with your constructive speech now.
Thank you, debate
Member, can
moderator.
you?
Okay. Can I proceed?
Yes, you can start. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh, my worthy opponents seem to be confused because the definitions mean we derive definitions. I mean, they're deriving definitions from common sense while we are here trying to get our definitions from valid sources like Cambridge. And I saw 2 logical fallacies being attempted here. First is the composition logical fallacy. That means he assumed that one part of something has to be applied to all or other parts of it, or that the whole part of it must be applied to it. Now, this is completely false. And the second logical fallacy that was being attempted is the personal incredulity logical fallacy. Because just because he found something difficult to understand or are unaware about how it works, they made it look like it's probably not true. Now, respected moderator, my worthy opponents, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, imagine, imagine a world with no borders, no wars, no crime, everyone supporting one another and living happily ever after. In the words of the singer Louis Armstrong, what a wonderful world. Now let's get back to reality. The world is not all rainbows and butterflies. People are out there to get you. There's havoc, crimes, rapes, murder, theft, and in between all this commotion, we, the common folk, are the ones facing the heat. We are the victims, and security cameras are a means to keep us safe by following strict guidelines. And in doing so, me and my team believe that security cameras are not an invasion to our privacy. As per the definition from Cambridge Dictionary, not common sense, from Cambridge Dictionary, security camera is a camera that records images in or outside a building or in a public space in order to prevent or help solve a crime. Invasion means an action or a process that affects someone's life in an unpleasant or an unwanted way. Privacy is a state of being alone or the right to keep one's personal matters and relations secret. Now, I will be talking about how security cameras help protect the public without invading their privacy, and how also about how it has helped investigations, helped the police get accurate information, and also about how they help find evidence in tough crimes. My teammate Tasneem will be talking about how it has helped monitor our kids and our elderly who need attention, and how it can help prevent a crime before it happens. My teammate Sham will be talking about how our safety is more important than our privacy and how it is scientifically proven that if people feel safe, they tend to not panic. And if a person is guilty, they are willing to compromise their security over privacy. Having no security cameras in place is a cause of concern and where we don't feel secure. And most importantly, we are going to cover the guidelines that are to be followed when installing security cameras, ensuring that your privacy is safe. Now, security cameras are placed in public areas as per the guidelines, not in a private area like what my worthy opponents mentioned. Because your privacy is not in public areas. If it is, then it is not private. If you are in a public area and you're doing nothing wrong, then you have no reason to feel invaded or scared. These cameras are placed in public areas for our safety only. And if you have something private to do, don't do it in public. Then you don't have to worry about security cameras. Security cameras also play a major role in keeping people from ever committing a crime in the first place. Statistics from works.eu.org show that camera surveillance does reduce crime, and after installing security cameras, criminal incidents drop by at least 20%. Detroit's Project Greenlight is another prime example of how great public surveillance is, as Detroit Police Department reports a 23% reduction in violent crimes. It is therefore a definite fact that security cameras help eliminate our societal criminal acts and protect the public without invading their privacy. For finding for finding evidence in the toughest of crime, look at the Boston Marathon bombings that took place in 2013 and the 2008 Mumbai attacks. In both these instances, the security cameras played an extremely vital role, and these mighty devices managed to capture a substantial amount of footage of the happenings on that particular day. But more importantly, the cameras also captured pictures of terrorists who are responsible for carrying out these bombings. These cameras aren't placed in our house, they are placed in public areas so that it is not at all an invasion to the privacy of the people.
Thank you so much, DTM Alan. That was a wonderful speech. Timer, could you please give 30 seconds to the judges to mark their ballots? Thank you so much, Timer. Sergeant at Arms, could you please prepare
Yes,
the next
moderator.
speaker? Could you please prepare
Yes.
the next speaker, A2?
Yes, definitely. Good evening, Toastmaster Mazhar.
Yeah, good evening to you, ma'am. Yes.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, I'm audible.
Have you pinned the timer?
Yes.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Should I go
Good
for my
luck to you.
speech or should I go to rebuttal to Mr. Allen?
Back to you, moderator. The third speaker is ready. The third debater is ready.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Mazharullah, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, moderator.
You have 4 minutes for your speech. Are you ready to go?
Should I ask first question to Allen or should I straight away go for my speech?
No,
Cross-examination.
you should be cross-examining, which you will be given 2 minutes.
Yes.
You can start your cross-examination now.
Wait a minute, just hold on. Yeah, can I go ahead?
Yes,
So
timer,
first,
can you
Alan,
please start the timing now? Yes, go ahead, Mazhar.
Yeah. Toastmaster Allen, very
Yes.
good evening to you. Hope
Good
you're fine.
evening. Doing
You have
great.
given a very good points, but the thing is the debate is about the security cameras invading our privacy, and you talk
Exactly.
about the benefit of security cameras, safety. Do you
And
think
about how it doesn't
this-
invade our privacy.
Do,
Yes.
do you think this serves the purpose of discussion? Yes or no?
Yes.
We know this safety is there, no doubt. But what about the security? What about our invasion of the privacies?
I think I already covered that in my speech.
Okay, thank you. And you talk about the reduction of the crimes. The
Yes.
motion is regarding privacy, not the
Yes.
reduction of crimes.
Yes, and I talked about how it reduces crimes without affecting anyone's privacy.
You talk about the benefit of the cameras. They brought no evidence regarding the privacy, right? All the benefits.
No, I
are
talked
given.
about the privacy
What
as well. I talked about the benefits and how doing all this without affecting the privacy of the people.
Have you ever seen WhatsApp? Lot of images keep roaming here and there about the personal images. Have you seen? A lot of places.
Sorry, what's that?
Yeah, if you see in the WhatsApp, a lot of time you see the images keep coming from the private cameras.
From the private cameras. Okay.
Yeah, of course, the people, they capture the footage and they keep on
Not the
distributing.
CCTV cameras, I believe.
Of that maybe at any place, at home or at any place, it could be. We don't know the
Then I
source.
think you're mistaking with a spy camera. We are talking about security cameras here. Security cameras with proper guidelines in place.
Hope people are following it.
People
But I
are.
think
That's why we have
places are
laws.
there. The places are there. People are misusing it.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Mazhar, you can start your constructive speech now. Timer,
Yes.
could you please make sure about the timing? You have 4 minutes.
Thank you. My fellow Toastmasters and honored guest, good evening. Our affirmative team believes security cameras are an invasion to privacy. My first contention is home video surveillance. My first point is insensitive location. Cameras are not selective when it comes to what they keep track of, depending on their direction. All that occurs before their eyes can be directly accessed by the person behind it. That's why it is important to know who is the person behind the camera, why they're watching, and for what purpose are they doing so. If someone uses security cameras in a manner that suggests spying, that qualifies to privacy invasion. This arises the question, who is responsible? When a private security cameras is poorly or maliciously aimed at its installation, that's a big gap on the regulation of camera installation on a private property. And this allows improper access to other people's private residences. I have references for all this thing, what I mentioned here. My second contention is work video surveillance. And my first point is surveillance can go a little too far. One of the main issues with surveilling employees through cameras is that employees may be made to feel like they are not trusted or are being spied on. Some businesses have gone as far as to monitor time spent in the break rooms. Just imagine the situation. According to the magazine Lawyer Monthly, don't you think it is a step too far and could overall have a hindrance on employees' performance? My second point is increased stress level amongst workers. The workspace can be a highly stressful environment at the best of times, especially if you are working in team, have tight deadlines and a never-ending to-do list. Some industries such as IT, for example, are also said to be most stress work than other industries, with almost half of the IT workers reporting significant stress at work. Constant surveillance of employees could lead to increased stress and anxiety, causing employees to worry about whether or not their boss thinks they are working hard or quick enough. Eventually, this could lead to a decreased productivity as they think of ways to avoid the surveillance system, and could even result in staff resigning and leaving the organization. And my final point is security cameras provide a false sense of security. An often overlooked disadvantage of having surveillance system installed in the workplace is that employees may be led into a bit of false sense of security. Though video surveillance is designed to create a safer work environment, studies have shown that creating a sense of security is an illusion. That's all. Over to you, the moderator. Thanks a lot for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mazhar, for that wonderful speech. Timer, could you please give 30 seconds to the judges to mark their ballots? Thank you so much, timer. Sergeant at Arms, could you please prepare the next speaker N2?
Yes, definitely. Toastmaster Tasneem,
Yes,
good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Am I audible to you?
Yes,
Have you pinned the timer?
yes, I have. One second.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Dear moderator, the next debater is ready.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms. Good evening, Toastmaster Tasneem.
Good evening.
Ready to roll?
Yeah.
You have 4 minutes for your speech. You can start your
Rebuttal?
speech now.
Can I
Yes, you
rebuttal?
have rebuttal. You have 2 minutes for your rebuttal. You
Thank
can
you.
start your rebuttal now.
Thank you. Can I see my opponent, Mr. Mazhar? Can you
Yeah,
hear
I'm
me?
here. Yes, yes, sure. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Mazhar, Toastmaster Mazhar, you have said that there's a stress, there's everything. Do you have statistics and sources for that?
Yes,
Yes
yes,
or
we
no?
have the yes, yes, we have the
Uh,
resources. We can paste it into
Can
the
you
chat
mention
box.
that?
Yes, we have the resources and we can paste into the chat box.
Okay, because you just said that because it looks like more of assumption than giving
No,
a
no, no,
stat.
there is no assumption. We have the references with us.
Okay,
And
because
being IT person, we know it from long back.
all your speech was about there could be, whereas if you are so sure about it is, I have never heard that it is. So could, is it, so you're not sure, I guess so. Are you sure?
Yeah, we are sure. We are dead sure about the
So
statistics.
why don't you share it now?
I'll just share it in the chat box right now. Yeah, share it.
You use personal and isolated more of a example instead of the sound argument, didn't you?
No, no, this is a fact which I mentioned here. All of the facts, which is there already.
You're not supposed to use
Because
the chat box. I can't check it. If you share the screen, I would be glad.
Cameras are not installed today. It's from long back. It's going on. So we have the results. And I'm being an IT
But
guy.
you said you're IT, you know it. So it looks again personal that you're in IT, so you know it.
So we
So
are
you're
in touch
talking
because
your
we are in
personal
touch.
thing.
We are in touch with all the regulations. We have to follow,
You know,
because if
it's
I
your
install in the
personal, but
wrong
yes,
place,
I want to see the statistics, the stats for the entire thing. Because
of
again, you
course.
said I'm from IT, it's personal.
No, no, it's not personal. I'm working in the employment company. I'm employed to the company. I cannot force my own rules. I cannot install the camera anywhere. No, I have to follow the rules and regulations of the company. How
So
can
you
we?
think that there's rules and regulation, right? There's rules and regulation, right?
Thank you. Your time is up.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Tasneem, you can start your constructive speech now. You have 4 minutes.
Okay. Debate moderator, distinguished attendees, and my worthy opponents, a very good evening. My opponent was more onto assumption with using more of coulds and personal examples. We're in a debate, as mentioned before, we need more of stats and more of factual evidence to know that security cameras are not invading our privacy. Further to my team captain and being a negative about the resolution, let me shine a light on few more points based on the subject, which will prove that security cameras are not an invasion to our privacy. The UN Charlotte of Criminal Justice have found that 60% of convicted burglars would look for security cameras before commencing a crime. Security cameras installed in schools have led to unprecedented benefits on slashing school bullying and playground violence. Surveillance cameras also dramatically cut the numbers of criminals act, breaking in and vandalism in school or any other public or private properties. Doonside Technology High School in Sydney has reported 70% drop in bullying since the school has been protected by security cameras. At present, as a parent, the angel's security always comes first. IP security cameras installed on school buses, hallways, classrooms, bathrooms, entrances enables parents to be reassuring. A majority of parents tend to support installing school security cameras, since the surveillance cameras provide a clear indicator that there are some students in some cases that are harassed by the teacher. Some teachers would harass their students in some cases with a security video surveillance camera installed in classroom and other places. This unscrupulous teachers generally would not hurt students. However, in some cases, some teachers who would get falsely accused of sexual harassment by his or her students, but the teachers are innocent. Security cameras come in their rescue, help to prove their innocence. Some crimes, violence and crimes go unsolved. It is often because of lack of evidence to find the criminal. Let me share you two incidents where security cameras help to solve the cases. In Germany, Levi Kletzi, an 8-year-old boy, disappeared after school in 2011. Footage from several different surveillance cameras around the school were placed together by Yukon German to solve the boy's disappearance. To solve the boy's disappearance, Kletzi was tracked on the camera before he appeared to disappear with an unknown man. The identity of the man was discovered shortly thereafter, and he admitted that he had murdered the child. In 2014, shortly after Hannah Graham, who had began attending the University of Virginia, USA, went missing. Police knew she had been at a party that night, and multiple surveillance cameras showed her wandering around the campus streets late at night. What the police didn't know is what happened after. After reviewing all the footage, police identified a suspect on the cameras. The man turned out to be the one responsible for Graham's death and was charged in the case. If someone comes on your campus who doesn't belong there or who is known criminal, you can stop them before they have done harms. If they have end up committing a crime, you can catch and prosecute them. In conclusion, I would state we have security cameras installed in school for monitoring our kids. Would you have a problem if your kid is monitored? Wouldn't you want your child to be safe? We strongly believe security.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tasneem. Timer, could you please give 30 seconds for the judges to mark their ballots? Thank you so much, Timer. Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms, could you please unmute yourself?
Yes.
Our next speaker.
Yes, definitely. I'll make him moderator. Toastmaster Syed Hashmi. Toastmaster Syed Hashmi. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, can you hear me?
You?
Your voice is a bit breaking for me, but are you able to hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you. Am I still audible? My voice is still breaking to you?
Your voice is audible, but a little bit more like robotic.
Hi, Nahida. Sorry.
Okay.
Hi, Nahida. Sorry to interrupt. Said, can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you loud and clear.
It's just a network issue. You are visible and you are loud and clear. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you, President. Thank you, Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Syed, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. You ready for your rebuttal?
I am, yes.
Yes, you have 2 minutes. Please go ahead. Timer.
Tasneem, I've got some questions for you. Fantastic speech. You've talked about the security of the CCTV cameras. You are aware of the fact that we are talking about the privacy subject over here, that how much CCTVs are compromising with our privacy. You know about that, yes?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. You talk about the security and how the security is important with the CCTVs in the schools, and you're comfortable with the CCTVs being installed in the washroom to monitor your child. Is that correct?
As we have mentioned, and as our captain have mentioned, there are guidelines.
Is that correct?
The guidelines are to be followed, and there are guidelines. And I have never seen a security camera in the washroom.
Would you be okay with that?
Those are not a security cameras which are in the washroom, if you have seen some, but which are not there, because security cameras are never placed in such places, in schools or anywhere. And there's a guidelines which is given to the parents too, which is our next speaker is going to come up with the guidelines which has given that there are security cameras which are placed after
For the security
informing the
purposes.
school authorities.
For the security purposes, is that correct?
Yes, it is for the security purpose.
But the topic, unfortunately, is about the privacy.
Yeah. So
let's move on to the next question. My colleague also mentioned about this board monitoring the CCTV. Does that have anything to do with the privacy again?
Sorry? Can you repeat it again?
Mr. Allen has spoken about the board on specific locations, says board monitored by the CCTV when you enter in that specific location. Does that have anything to do with the privacy?
Because what do you mean by that? It's mentioned. So if you're in a public place, a security camera is always, there's nothing private in public.
So thank you very much. That was my point. There's nothing private in the public. There is no privacy in the public places. Thank you very much.
Because there's no privacy because it's a public. So you can't say it's private because it's public. It's mentioned as public, so it's never private.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I'd like to start my speech.
Thank you so much, the speakers. Toastmaster Syed, you can go ahead with your constructive speech now. You have 4 minutes.
Right. I am literally surprised by how my opponents, first of all, have derailed from the topic, which is the privacy of the CCTV itself, and talking about how CCTV cameras are benefiting us when it comes to the security purpose. Now, that's a completely different topic, and I can get into the details of that, and I would love to do that. I can have multiple examples of how much is it contributing when it comes to the benefits versus the cost of it. But let's come back to the point again of what we're talking about over here with the privacy and the invasion. Now, how would you feel when you wake up one morning and find out that you have been stalked by a person who you don't know about, or your wife or your children who are completely helpless and innocent? Now, imagine you wake up one morning and finding out that your immediate neighbor have got CCTV revolving, pointing directly into your bedroom. Now, let me put some facts and figures into that. A CCTV manufacturing company called Ring in USA has been sued by the person in 2009, where the camera installed in his house has been hacked and compromised and abused the child of 7-year-old, 9-year-old, and a 10-year-old. Another person who has got the cameras installed in his house security has been compromised, and it was used to abuse a 6-year-old girl to do inappropriate things in front of the camera. Now, let me put some more references into over there. The investigation, which has been done by the Detroit Free Press, there was a database by the Michigan law enforcement, which has been accessed by the officers to stalk women and help their friends to track down their ex-girlfriends, their estranged spouses, and harass their motorists by noticing their number plates and blackmail them at a later stage. There was another research done by the National Statistics in the UK, which has revealed that the operators behind the cameras are frequently using those cameras for their voyeurism reasons and spying on the women. Those cameras are directed towards the washrooms, their private rooms, and their changing rooms, which is the reason the same research by the UK Statistics in UK has revealed that 1 out of 10 women has been targeted only for the voyeurism reasons. Now, anything happens inside your house can be accessed by the person behind those lenses. Is it for the security purposes? Yes, it is for the security purposes. However, given the privacy which you would expect while you are inside the house and being recorded without your consent can have a great infringement on your private life. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Syed. Timer, could you please give 30 seconds to the judges to mark their ballots? Thank you so much, timer. Sergeant at Arms, could you please prepare the next speaker, N3?
Yes. Toastmaster Shyam Sundar.
Oh, yes, please. I'm with you. Am I audible?
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yes, yes, you are audible. Have you pinned the timer?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so ready? I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Dear moderator, he is ready.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Shyam Sundar, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Ready for your rebuttal?
Oh, yes.
You have 2 minutes. You can go ahead now.
Toastmaster Syed, good evening.
Good evening.
So you go to mall, right? You go to mall and shopping complexes.
I certainly do.
Yes. So when you enter a mall, there is a security camera, right?
That's correct.
And you're being screened. So just tell me one example. What kind of your privacy is being violated when you are entering the mall?
If I'm walking with my ex-girlfriend, I wouldn't want my wife to know that I'm walking with my ex-girlfriend or my girlfriend inside the mall.
Oh, this is the reason. Okay. So is it the
correct,
right
yes.
thing? Do you think it is the right thing?
It's not about the right thing or not. It's about the privacy, if it's been invaded or not.
Toastmaster is all about right thing or wrong thing. Okay. My next question. You're driving a car. There is a security camera on the highway.
That's correct, yes.
Can you please tell me again the similar question? What kind of your privacy is being violated?
If I'm driving with my ex-girlfriend, I wouldn't want the camera to see if I'm.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you, one example you told me that in your speech, there's a person sitting behind the camera. He's watching and he's sharing the data, inappropriately. Okay. Now tell me, is it the fault of security camera or is it the fault of a person sitting behind the camera?
It is the fault of the technology that enables him to do that.
Oh, is it? Okay, thank you. I got your answer. Okay. So can you give me an example, true example, not reading from the paper, not reading from some self-proclaimed websites on your studies. What is the number of violations that took place in year 2020 or 2019, privacy violations?
Well, thank you very much. All my references which has been given has the facts and the figures, so nothing has been given based on the assumptions.
You didn't give the numbers.
Because this was not the topic. This was not the topic. The topic was the privacy and not the security and how it's supported.
I'm asking about the number of privacy violations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, both the speakers. Toastmaster Shyam, you can start your constructive speech now. You have 4 minutes.
Respected moderator, my worthy opponent team, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We as a negative team strongly believe and have evidence that security cameras are not an invasion of our privacy. There are numerous studies that were conducted in the past and present how people are thinking about security cameras. Now, the one study is in front of you. The study is done by Department of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Russia, predicting citizen support for surveillance cameras. The study was accepted in the month of March 2020. The website is listed here. The result of the study is, overall, more than 3/4 of respondents who participated in the survey are supportive of the use of cameras in public places. Why they are supporting security cameras? Because they do the right things, they are civil, and they want everybody to be civil. There is one more study which is conducted in UK, public attitudes towards CCTV. It's a very clear evidence in a study, a positive study. In all areas of England, 82% of overall stated that they were happy with the installation of CCTV. Why? Because they are civil, they want everybody to be civil. And when it comes to the security question, they're ready to, they're ready to sacrifice some amount of their privacy to have the CCTVs everywhere. As our captain, Toastmaster Alan told, there are strict guidelines of privacy laws. Everybody, whoever is installing security cameras, whether it's government or private people, they have to comply with the Data Protection Act. This Data Protection Act states about retention, confidentiality, disposal, and sharing of personal identifiable data. No person can share illegally the data that is retrieved with security cameras. Now coming to the signboards. Wherever there is security camera, you have to put up signboards to let others know that there is CCTV in operation. What does it mean? You are alert and you take care of yourself so that your privacy will not be violated. And the person, government, whoever is installing cameras, they have to explain others within their property that CCTV is not there for any unlawful misuse. There is one more study from COPS. It's again from US government, video surveillance of public places. This data and statistics clearly shows a lot of crimes were reduced because of security cameras, and people residing in the area, they're happy because of security cameras. They never felt that their privacy was violated. Here, one more study, how the crime rate was decreased because of security cameras, and people never felt that their privacy was violated. Here is one more study, CCTV surveillance for crime prevention. Okay, these are all the references. Do the right thing even when you are being watched, even when we are not being watched. That's how you don't need to worry about your privacy. You want to display too much of your love to your spouse or girlfriend in public, and you don't want to leave a video footage. You want to indulge in kleptomanic behavior by stealing spoons in a restaurant, and you don't want to leave a trace of your identity. Is the kind of privacy you're talking about? You want to buy a counterfeit material in narrow streets and you don't want to be filmed? What kind of privacy in public places you're talking about?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shyam Sundar. Timer, could you please give 30 seconds to the judges to mark the ballots? Thank you so much, Timer. Sergeant at Arms.
Yes, moderator.
Could you please prepare the captain of the affirmative team A1?
Toastmaster Riza,
Yes.
are you ready for the summary speech?
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
You are audible, and can you pin the timer?
Yes, the timer is pinned.
Okay. All
You
right.
have to cross question, Riza.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Thank you, Eno. This will be a rebuttal of 2 minutes. Thank you, Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Muhammad Riza, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Are you ready for your rebuttal?
Yes.
You have 2 minutes. Timer, could you please make sure? Go ahead, Toastmaster Riza.
Yes. Toastmaster Shyam, thank you for providing the fact. And you mentioned about 82% of the people in England being happy. But was the question in the research about the privacy or the happiness with the security cameras?
It is about the privacy also. You can go through the entire document, the details of the.
If somebody asks me if I'll be happy with the security cameras in my building, I'm happy. But then the question was wrongfully placed. It was about your happiness and not about security, which means you spoke out of the motion and it's not connected to.
Okay. If my privacy is violated, do you think I will be happy?
Let me go on to the second question. Now, your teammate spoke about the bombings in Detroit and so on and so forth, Boston Marathon. How is this thing connected to privacy?
See,
is it related to the motion? Or motion is security cameras or an invasion to privacy? How is Boston bombing or connected to the topic in hand?
see, when security is violated, your privacy is also, violated. That means, you need to be secure first before being.
That's not answering my question.
Yes.
Your colleague spoke about something else. Safety, yes,
He
I'm
also
so
talked
happy
about
with
privacy issues.
security
He also talked
cameras,
about how
but
the
it's
law
about
is taking
privacy.
care of how the law is taking care of the privacy. He spoke
Your
extensively.
colleague spoke about how a child was kidnapped. How is that related to privacy?
See, when the child was kidnapped, his privacy
Thank you
was
so much.
violated, and security cameras are protecting him.
Thank you so much, speakers. Before we go in for the summary of the captains, I believe the team would like to go to the breakout rooms.
Yes.
Host, could you please arrange to send the teams to their respective breakout rooms? Do we have the host available?
Yes, breakout rooms are opened and team are sent automatically.
Thank you so much, DTM Wafa.
For the time for the breakout rooms, it's 2 minutes, right?
It's 2 minutes, yes, 2 minutes.
Okay.
Once all the members are in the room, then you can start the timer.
Sure. You inform me.
We still have N3 available here. Yeah, he's gone.
When all of them are inside, just tell me start the time and I will start it.
Yes, they are there. You can start the timing now.
Time is up.
Thank you so much, timer. Host, could we please bring the contestants back to the debate?
Yes, they will be here.
Thank you so much. Still waiting for N2 to be in the room. Yeah, she's there. Sergeant at Arms, could you please prepare A1 for the next speech?
Yes, yes, moderator. Toastmaster Muhammad Riza,
Yes.
have you pinned the timer?
Yes, I can see the time.
Okay. You can hear. Is it audible for you?
Yes. Am I
Okay.
audible
And
to you?
yes, you are audible. So you're ready, yes?
Yes.
Thank you, Sergeant at
Okay.
Arms.
Mr. Moderator, he is ready.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Toastmaster Muhammad.
Good evening.
You have 3 minutes for your summary. You can start now. Timer.
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. Good evening once again. Our opposition team smartly tried to divert the entire topic. I would say hijack the topic from the issue of privacy to security. Let me remind all of you once again, the topic was security cameras are an invasion of privacy and not is security cameras are important or safe. If you ask me, do security cameras have to be placed? Am I happy with the safety aspect of it? Yes, of course I'm happy. But the topic was completely different. I will give you several examples where they tried to derail the motion and spoke about a completely different aspect. They spoke about the Boston Marathon bombings. How is that related to privacy? The topic is privacy. They spoke about 70% drop in bullying. How is that related to your privacy? They spoke about stories of kidnapping. How is that aspect related to the topic in hand, which is about privacy? If you speak about safety, yes, cameras have to be there, but we are not speaking about the safety aspects of camera. They spoke about children lost and found. And in one of the research, they spoke about how people are happy with security cameras. I myself am happy with security cameras. If you ask anybody, are you happy with security cameras? They will be happy because it stops crime. However, if you ask, do you think privacy is invaded? Then the results will be totally different. Research has shown that 50% of the people are not happy. However, and one last point, the opposition tried to question our sources, and when we continuously told them that the reference has been put in the chat box, they tried to question the reliability of our sources. And I think you are all welcome to go and check about our sources in the chat box. And the last point is they have never rebutted on the concept of how it invades privacy. And to sum it up, I think they were totally out of the motion. They tried to mislead the audience, and I think I rest my case. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Affirmative Team Captain Toastmaster Muhammad Riza. Sergeant at Arms, could you please prepare the Negative Team Captain for this speech?
Toastmaster Alan Paul.
Yes.
Okay. Have you pinned the timer?
Yes, I have.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are.
And you are audible as well. Mr. Moderator, the next debater is ready.
Thank you so much. DTM Alan, how are you doing today?
Doing great, boss. How about
Ready
you?
for your summary?
Yes, I am.
You have 3 minutes for your summary. Timer, could you please note? You can start now, DTM Alan.
Thank you. Moderator, fellow Toastmasters and guests, what a debate. While we have been giving our facts, sources, and definitions from reliable sources, our opposition seems to have derived their own definitions based on common sense. And I don't think I need to talk any further about how confused they have been. And just for the record, I still don't see any sources in the chat. And that explains why they have been debating on spy cameras, while we here are talking about security cameras and how they are not invading our privacy. And we also talked about how they are placed in public areas under strict guidelines to protect the public without obstructing any of the guidelines. The captain, let me start off with the captain, who seems to love conspiracy theories, as he made assumptions about institutions that have been tampering with this and that, and corporations about monitoring our private life and how they are going to fight with us. I mean, where is all this coming from? We already mentioned that this is the composition logical fallacy, where they assume that one part of something has to be applied to all or other parts of it, and that the whole must be applied. He also mentioned that there is no consent from any of us, and that the data of a person must be captured, is being captured in private spaces. Now, we are here talking about security cameras again, not on spy cameras. Security cameras have their guidelines, as mentioned by the third speaker, Toastmaster Shah. Also, he was also doing a logical fallacy known as the personal incredulity logical fallacy, where he found something difficult to understand, or he was unaware about how it works. So he assumed that it's probably not true. Our second speaker talked about home video surveillance in insensitive locations. Now, again, like we mentioned, if it is not following the guidelines, then there will be serious consequences. And if it definitely invades our privacy, then there will be action that is taken for it. And he also mentioned that security is an illusion. And as he is an IT person, he knows about this. Now, this is an anecdotal logical fallacy where he used his personal experience as an isolated example instead of a sound argument or a compelling evidence. Our third speaker seems to have, he seems to have cherry-picked certain instances to suit his argument. And this is known as the Texas sharpshooter logical fallacy. He went on to explain about whatever his private life does, it shouldn't be there in public. Now, security cameras are placed in public areas to protect the public. Your privacy is not in public areas. If it is, then it is not private. If you are in a public area and you're not doing anything wrong, then you have no reason to feel invaded or scared. We have stated with facts, statistics, and sources that security.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DTM Allen. Well, a wonderful session we had today. Timer, do we need to give the time for the judges to mark their ballots now, President? Okay. I believe we all had a wonderful time listening to this debate. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And now I hand over back to the MC for the evening, DTM Arif Jafar.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Quresh, and I am sure that you all enjoyed the debate for today, didn't you? Okay, this is great, and I did so, and you all did marvelous job. Whoever the winner, you all were great, and we all enjoyed the whole thing. Now, I hope that the host is going to take the chief judge with the ballot counters and judges to the breakout room. Is that correct, President? Thank you so much. And until this happening, I can still see the chief judge. Yeah, go away, chief judge. Okay. Host, you are muted.
Already they are sent to the room.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So now we have reached to the moment that we all are waiting for. And especially me, I'm waiting for this amazing person to give us an amazing keynote speech for today. He is, and please bear with me because during the debate I was practicing pronouncing the introduction. Okay, So he is director of Professional Development Unit at British University of Bahrain, educator and entrepreneur, research work, robotics and artificial intelligence. He led the largest district in the world in 2016, consisting of 7 countries in the Middle East, over than 360 plus clubs. Immediate past, Region 11 advisor of Middle East, Africa, and Pakistan. And as I love to call him all the time, I hope you will not be angry, the one and only, the handsome DTM Ali Shahbaz.
Thank you, our Toastmaster of the day, for that wonderful introduction. And probably you have the best eyes in the world. That's why you see me as handsome. Your eyes are very beautiful. So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, our IPDD, district, division, area officials, Club XCOM, our President Anwar, and our guest will Toastmasters very soon. I just want to confirm from TM Modi if I'm audible, because lately I have been having issues with my mic. You can just...
Very loud and clear, DTM Ali Shahbaz. You are very loud and clear to us. Thank you. You can go ahead.
Thank you. So, fellow Toastmasters, here I'm going to talk about a subject called Let's Discourse. Let's discourse. Let's talk about things. Let's talk about something which adds value. Let's talk about types of discourse in our lives, professional, personal, in the life which we love the most, our Toastmasters life. I'm going to let you know something about myself. I joined Toastmasters almost 17 years back. It was a great journey. It is still a great journey from that time till now. And I'm still having fun. I just feel like I just started, and there is so much to do, so much to learn, so much to serve after we learn. I'll take you back in the year 2015-16, when we were a very large district consisting of 7 countries in the Middle East. A few years before that, we just had to let go one of the countries from the 8 countries, that was Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I'm happy to see members from Saudi Arabia, or one of them who joined today. So we became 7, and I applied, or I ran for a district position. Now, being a program quality director for 7 countries, a very large district, was not easy. It did kick down my tooth, down my throat at times, because of working so hard. Now came the district directorship of, at that time, which became the largest district in the world in terms of 360 clubs. It was not an easy journey. It looks all that fascinating, but then what happened? It caused a lot of stress, but somehow we managed. There are people today in this seminar or in the meeting room who were with me back then. One is, of course, Wafa Salman, who has been there, Ola Arij. We enjoyed the largest district. It was kind of different. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting any names. And somehow we lived it through. Now I thought, I am the IPDD, and I'm going to relax, because what happened? After that term, we split. We split into different districts. We had 105 and District 20. As IPDD, who was the new district director, made sure that I'm not so relaxed. My good friend Makhloof, he gave me to work on code of practices of the district. It took a lot of time to work on it and come up with some new stuff. So then what happened? After I was almost through or almost getting over with IPDD, I decided, man, I'm just going to take rest, not going to go like this. I'm done. Then came a time, an email from World Headquarters that Ali Shahbaz, why don't you apply for region advisor? Here is what happened. I spoke to a few friends and they all said, Ali, you should go for it. You see, when we kind of graduate from college, we want to apply those skills in our personal life or professional life. Different people take different choices. Some take all those knowledge and make their home better. Some take it to their corporate to make that better. Regardless of that, when we graduate from district leadership positions, we can always take it further to our club, to our districts, to our region. And I decided I'll go for region advisor position. And here is where I became the region advisor. Now that wasn't an easy task, of course. It's more like people telling me, oh, you are back to Middle East once again. So all the districts which split 79, 104, District 20, 116, 105, we all came together once again and we started working. I felt I'm back with all the 8 countries. Of course, then we had Africa, and then I got a wonderful email from Toastmasters International that we are adding Pakistan to Region 11. And that became the whole of new Region 11, what we see now. I had the opportunity to work with our district leaders and build the district success plan with them. I had the opportunity to help them manage conflicts, to hold events, workshops, give keynotes. The best thing was when the pandemic started, I had the opportunity to work with the district leaders and come up with the virtual council, mock virtual council and mock virtual contest. And that was an amazing experience. When people were so stressed about, we actually tried things in our laboratory and made it possible. We had the first candidate showcase among all the districts, District 20. And in the mock council in the world, the first candidate showcase, though it was mock, was done by our IPDD, Wafa Salman. That was amazing. Now time came when I have to give my 360 form leaders to evaluate me when I was done with my RA work. The 360 form, I got the evaluation in different categories. Talk about leadership, communication, interpersonal skills, teamwork, problem solving, motivation, reliability, things like this where I got amazing feedback and places where I could still improve. Talking about the succession plan which I had. When we get over with the legacy term, according to people's feedback, it was an amazing term as RA. It was amazing dealing with district leaders, traveling with them, training with them. I had to prepare successors who can equally serve the districts in that same manner or even better. I started my succession plan in April itself, where I got the next set of region advisors. And I'm sure everybody knows them. Region advisor Sunil, region advisor James. I started training them from April itself, shared the top secrets on how to be a successful region advisor. And for very good reasons, I'm still in touch with them. Now, let me tell you all what I've been saying. Why is it so with me? And I'm sure with many other leaders. You have your own share of success, just like anybody else. And why is it so? For me, the reason of strong foundation is I do a lot of reading, I learn, and then I serve. When I don't serve, I just feel I forget things. For example, if the debate host is going to ask me, Ali, do you know what changed in the latest speech contest rule book as of today? I will be like, no, I'd never opened it, or I don't know about it. Just because my term is over and I'm focusing on my pathway speeches and other things. So you see, read, learn, and serve has been my mantra. Read about something in Toastmasters, try to share it with people. You can serve so you become more good in it. You polish your skills, and that's the mantra which I've been working on always. When I read governing documents, I just go ahead and share it when people ask. I used to make poster about them and post it so people can come up. And at times, there are critics who come up and talk to you on social media. And here is where you have to defend that particular article, or sometimes agree with them to go back to World Headquarters and change it. So, talking about discourse, friends, it is more of giving your message in the best manner, sharing your message, whether by speaking, by writing, to the audience. And I have seen those days in Toastmasters when we had no Facebook. Now, that does not mean I'm that old, but during my times when I started, 2003, 2004, 5, it went for a very long time that there was no Facebook. Our Facebook was face-to-face meetings, solving conflicts, problems, everything was face-to-face. Clearing out problems, let me meet at a coffee shop and solve it. We didn't have Instagram those days. And today, only Facebook exists. Sometimes I ask to myself, does Toastmaster also exist, or is just the Facebook? Kidding, I'm just kidding about it. Now, friends, let me share this experience when I talk about social media. Not a very long time back, when I was in one of the district trainings, there was this senior personality in age, in caliber. She came up to me, and she was one of the district officers. When she came up to me, Ali, can I have lunch with you? So can you keep yourself free? I said, fine. What happened is we went for lunch with other district leaders, and I started talking. And I can't claim that I know the person so well. So I asked her, what's the problem? You really look disturbed. She told me, I don't know, region advisor, why do I want to open this up to you? But I just thought I can talk to you about it. I was like, fine, let's go ahead, let's discuss. She was very hurt because of social media, a district leader on being ridiculed, attacked on social media. And I was like, okay. She started talking, and tears started rolling down her eyes to the point that I didn't know how to react at that time. A person who is little big in age and a very strong personality, I would say, seen life even more than me. I just tried to console with whatever capabilities I had. I was like, take it easy. Tell me what happened. So she showed me some screenshots. She went to her Facebook, her district Facebook, and she said, anything I do, I just get attacked. And now my family members who are Toastmasters, because we belong to this club and everybody knows it's a small circle, even when they post something, my husband is attacked on social media. I was like, wow, I was just listening and I was shocked. And then when I saw the names of people who are writing illogical things on the post, which is not supposed to be there, I was shocked. I asked her, do you want me to talk to them? Do you want me to talk to your officials, your district leaders on why this is happening? She told me, this is the reason I came to you, because I heard in the Middle East, when you talk, people listen. So maybe if you talk to them, it might help. Well, I told her, I promise you, I can fix this to a certain point. What I did, being me and some people who know me, this is what I did. I spoke to the district leaders, I spoke to the international director, and I just said that if this continues, it will be a problem. So let's try to solve it in the best manner. It did decrease to a certain level, but it didn't stop. And why am I sharing this in Elite Debaters? Because I look at Elite Debaters as a club which can bring a change. Sometimes we do the regular debates. You see, I was a member in the first debate club, Toastmasters debate club in Asia. Those days there was just one debate club and one club in the whole of Middle East. It closed down a little later. So Elite Debaters is quite well known. You can change something. And here is what we can do. Have you ever heard of cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is something which is a silent killer. Imagine a district leader, imagine a club member going through cyberbullying by nobody else, by us who are in the same organization. And it happens at times. We all are human beings. Maybe at times we were bullying or we were bullied. There are two sides, or maybe we were neutral. Unintentionally, it might happen. Now that person I was talking about is no more a district leader because the bullying went so bad, it did affect her personality, her thinking. To the time, that person was ganged up to make sure that the person loses the election. These things happen, my friends. It's an open and a dark secret. But I'm not talking about that political part. I'm talking about cyberbullying and what can we as Toastmasters, what can you as elite debaters do about cyberbullying? You see, we have different types of discourse in life. Some people are very good in narrative, giving narrations. Some people are good in persuasive speaking or persuasive writing. Some are good in very good description, vivid images. They are very good at it. They can convince anybody. Some are good in arguments. Some are good in giving logical reasons, facts. Some are very good in writing to inform. And one thing I need to ask everybody, and that is, okay, I see the red light already. One thing I need to ask everybody is, when we talk about Toastmasters, what is the three things we join Toastmasters for? Public speaking, leadership, and communication. When we talk about communication, we normally focus on speaking. We focus very less on writing part of the communication. How good are we in debating on social media? In those people, debating with those people who are very good in social media, you cannot beat them. And they can just come and beat you like this. They can make a hero into a villain, villain into a hero, just like this. And we see it happening every now and then. Maybe someday we can have a different kind of debate. A debate to open a Facebook page moderator, and let's start debating on a topic. 6 people write the post against, 6 write in favor. And let's see who is good in all this, narration, descriptive, and who wins the debate. The judges can decide. And if the moderator sees anybody going out of control, delete the message immediately. So we have to train each other for social media bullying among Toastmasters itself. Are we ready to take up such challenges also? Because writing is also a form of communication. I personally know, as a district director, I got many cases. People never met, people never spoke on the phone, But they were attacked because of emails, Facebook, especially Facebook. And some of them got so affected, they didn't even want to go for the next leadership position. So here is what we can do as elite debaters. Enhance our skills even in the debate while writing. Let's take up a challenge, let's try something new, and let the audience watch this debate. So come up with this thing and see where it goes. We can reduce cyberbullying within Toastmasters. Over to you, and I apologize for taking extra time. Over to you, TM Modi, Arif Jafar.
Thank you so much, DTM, Ali Shahbaz. And during your speech, you mentioned something about having lunch or something. I agree, no problem. One day, inshallah, we will have lunch together. Come to Kuwait, or I will go to Bahrain, hopefully soon. Thank you so much. It was really wonderful keynote speech you delivered today, and we all are happy and enjoyed it. And now we will move to the next session in our agenda, which is the Chief Judge, Toastmasters, Prince George, to announce the winners.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Are we ready for what's going to come up? Well, before we get started, firstly, thank you, DTM Ali, for a wonderful few minutes that we had with you. Very enlightening. And now coming to the finale. Before we go ahead, may we appreciate the role players for the day. So our first role player, put your hands together for Toastmaster Nahida Yasmin for being the Chief Sergeant at Arms. Thank you, Nahida. The next role player is Arij Jafar, DTM, who is the wonderful Master of Ceremonies. The next role player, Toastmaster Suhan Munaf, who was the ballot counter for the day. The next role player, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal, who was also the ballot counter for the day. The next role player, DTM Ola Rashid, for being the timer for the day. And our next role player, DTM Wafa Salman, for being the host for the day. The next role player, the co-host, DTM Abir Nawheed. Next role player, Toastmaster Quresh Dola, for being a great debate moderator today. And the results.
Quresh looking like our Dhananjaya too, isn't it, Wafa? Don't you agree with me?
Yes, totally. So let's have drum rolls for the winning team of today. Unmute yourselves and let's have a drum roll. Let's hear the drums.
Yay!
And the winning team is...
Huh?
The winning team for today is... The affirmative team, Elite Gladiators. Put your hands together for the Elite Gladiators.
Congratulations, guys.
So much.
Well done, Elite Gladiators. Winners for today.
Thank you. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Captain
much.
Mohammad Riza, congratulations to you and your team. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Riza, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Mazarul
Haq.
Mazarul Haq. Congratulations, Mazar.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Syed Hashmi. Congratulations, Syed.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done, affirmative team. And
Finally,
for
we win.
participation, congratulations to the negative team, Captain Alan Paul.
Thank you.
Well
Well
done,
done,
Alan.
Alan.
It was a tough fight.
It was wonderful.
Well done, guys.
Well done, Alan,
Tasneem
Tasneem,
Akbar.
as well as with Toastmaster Shyam.
Well done, Tasneem. And Toastmaster Shyam Sundar. Well done, Sundar. Shyam. Thank you so much. I must tell you all that it wasn't an easy decision. It was quite close. And that actually talks about the level of debates that we had today. I was very impressed. Well done. Now, let's come to another certificate that we have for today. Something interesting is who was the best debater today?
Yay.
So let's see
Syed,
who is
Syed.
the best debater. And the best debater of today's dynamic
Mr.
debate
Hashmi.
is Toastmaster.
Yay.
Hashmi.
Wow.
Syed.
The guy with the
Well
girlfriend.
done.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Okay.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Toastmaster Syed Hashmi.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We hope that you're never caught with your girlfriend. I hope nothing ever happens and it always stays private. So well done at that one. And congratulations both to the winning team and to the rising star, Syed Hashmi. Very impressive. Well done.
Thank you very much.
I
Thank you.
would now like to hand over back to the Master of Ceremonies, DTM Arid Jafar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prince, and congratulations to all winner. And I am sure that even if you didn't win the certificate or the best team or the best speaker for today, you are a winner, believe me. And with that, I will end up my time and my session, and I will take you back to our amazing president for Elite Debaters Club, Toastmasters, Anwar Adam.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, for today, DTM Ari Jafar. Firstly, a big thank you to you for taking up that role in the last minute. Unfortunately, Rohina was not able to come in today because she is stuck up at her work where she is doing the testing for the COVID results. And she's doing a great job, but not good results for us because she said in every 100 batches, she have a percentage, which I don't want to scare you all, of finding positive. So she's personally asked me to apologize on her behalf. And thank you once again, Arij, for taking up that role. And now let me hear from all of you. How was the debate?
My wife didn't win, but it was good.
Well, we are all here to debate, but not just to debate, but to learn debating. And that is the art, and that is something which we are here in Elite Debaters for. And the whole idea of championship and the whole idea of winning, it's all to take the opportunity, build your experiences. Because when we go out there, we know what we have learned. So this is the learning platform, and a big thanks to both the teams. You portrayed great showcase. It's never easy to debate on such a topic and to research, to spend so much of time. And every time, you know, each team represents a case. I'm sure we all learn a new thing. And very happy to see the winner for today, Said Hashim. It was his debut and role as the debater. So well done to both the teams. And one more great news, that is the Elite Gladiators have opened their account of points.
Finally, we won. We win.
Great. So that's about for our meeting. Now, before we close, we would certainly like to thank our keynote speaker, who was just not a keynote speaker. I don't know. What he delivered today was not just a speech, but a very fruitful and something which we can take forward. So thank you for that beautiful words. And you actually pointed us that we could make the difference, and we promise, and we have the recording. So we will strive to make the difference. And that's what Elite Debaters are for. So thank you, our keynote speaker for today, DTM Ali Shahbaz, and we wish you the very best for all your journey. Now I also see few guests with us. I can see to take few guest feedback. Can I call upon the District 79
We have,
PR
yeah,
Farhan?
we have Shilpa ready.
Ooh, okay.
Shilpa, evaluation. We have
Shilpa
evaluation.
is absent today.
Oh, no
You
problem.
cannot be absent. You are always present in our heart.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yes, it's a great meeting that I've enjoyed with elite debaters. I'm the special guest of honor and the president know why I'm present here. Yes,
You're not.
it was great.
You're absent as Shilpa, but you're not absent as DTM Shilpa Reddy.
Okay, thank you, DTM Ram. Yes, it's a great meeting as usual. And back to you, President.
Thank you, DTM Shilpa. You have been a guiding light for a lot of Toastmasters, and you are truly inspiring. Actually, to all the new Toastmasters who come into fraternity, we just say, okay, I just want to do my pathways, I'll do one project. But she's one lady who actually visualizes. There's something called a DTM, aim for it. When I joined, I was like, I just need to do projects. I just need to develop my speaking and coming. She said, no, aim for that. I said, what? I don't see anything. She's like, DTM. And just to all those who have not yet committed to her, this is all what you say, aim for it. Once you say, yes, I can see the DTM, then your DTM is coming through because she will chase you down until you get your DTM. So I am also on a fast track. I am also going to hopefully get this, hopefully this term with all your support. So thank you, DTM Shilpa, for being with us. And truly, you have been with us for all our meetings. Thank you. I also would like to take this opportunity to thank District 79 PR team, who is a very good friend of mine, Farhan. So thank you for joining. I understand you have some problem with your microphone. You are not able to talk to us. And a special thanks to Toastmaster Dinesh, who took up the role for today. Special thanks to you, sir. And I have a member here, Leon. Leon, you are an elite debater by now. You have been in all our meetings. Thank you, Leon, for being with us. Would you like to share something, Leon?
It was, as usual, it's an awesome event, and I love the debate a lot. I have a lot of learning points to learn from, and I wish to be one of the debaters one day.
Thank you, Leon. Appreciate everyone who joined us today. We had certainly did learn everything. Now for the next meeting, we have our next meeting, which is not a debate. We just also need to, develop our communication and leadership. So we'll have a standard meeting, which is on 16th. Already most of the slots have been taken. All those who would like to take up roles, please reach out to our VP Education, who is here, who is looking very young today. Every day he comes with a new look. Ram Kumar, DTM Ram is here. So please do reach out to Ram for the meeting on 16th. And then we will have our debate number 5, which would be on the following Saturday, which is 26th. So we are all set, and we already broke the good news, great news in our group, but officially just to celebrate with the members and with all of you virtual, that is, we have qualified for Select Distinguished, which we have secured 7 DCP points. And hopefully by end of this month, our VP Education has promised and made the commitment that we would be at 8 DCP point. And by next month, we would be at 9 DCP point, which would make the club the President Distinguished Club. And that is one promise which all the members made together, that we will join hands, we will enrich our learning, not only debating, but also make the club and feel proud to be an elite debater. Thank you once again for joining.
We got President, we got lead and win, and we are from the few clubs that got this award. Few.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me that. Yes, we did win the lead and win, and a lot more awards to follow. But really happy with all
President,
the progress. Yes.
just before we wind up, if we can have a few quick words from the best debater and the winning team captain,
Yes,
quickly, if we could just have something and then we can wind up. Thank you.
Actually, if you allow, we will adjourn the meeting and then we will open for networking. We'll have all the interviews and things because it's time. And so I would officially call the meeting to an end. Thank you. Now it's networking. So let's hear from our winner today, Say Hashim. Now, before I know I've spoken enough, but before anybody jumps in, I want to mention something. Till last week, there was no debate. It was a straight, Gladiators were like, all of them got busy. All of a sudden, they were like, okay, we don't think we would be able to make it for this debate. So maybe we should skip it. And then from nowhere, Riza said, I think I would be able to find time. And then Mazrul said, if Riza can, I can. So Said did not have an option. Although he's not even given his icebreaker, he joined us very recently. And when he joined, he said something very special, which is, I'm here because I want to learn debating. So we said, you wanted to learn debating? Go on the floor. And that's how the Gladiators came today, and we see the winners. So now, Said Hashim, let's hear from you.
Well, thank you very much, first of all, for all of you, for giving me the opportunity to present myself today. It is still a learning phase for me. I just got to know about this about a week ago. And Riza has informed me that I was a part of the debating team. I was chilled until 3 days before, until he reminded me that you are a part of a debate on Saturday. So we had few dry sessions, and I'm glad it all worked out for us. There's still much more to learn, and I believe that as we go along, we will improve together as a team.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience. We have Alan here. Alan, we would like to hear from you, your experience for today.
Oh, it was a great experience.
You have memorized all of the logical facets.
I'm also learning in the process, and I learned a lot because this was my first time as captain. I always used to be a teammate, so this time as captain, I found how challenging it has been, and summation was the first time I had done it. So yeah, it was quite an experience, and my opposition was tough. So a great win, guys. I mean, even I would have voted for you guys. I mean,
Thank you
we
so
all
much,
learned
Alan.
a lot in the process.
Thank you.
So yes, looking forward to the next debate.
Can we hear from Reza, the captain
yes.
of the winning team?
Thank you so much, everyone. First of all, congratulations to Alan and team as well. They did really well because this topic was a bit complicated. And for me, myself, to find topics was really hard. I was very busy the entire 2-3 weeks, so I was not interested in it. But then when nobody was there for several reasons, then I thought one contribution in our success is from Eno, who, in spite of not being a part of the debate, was everywhere with us in our trial runs, and he guided us, and he told us the opposition will not speak on the topic. You need to attack them. And he was he was a father figure actually. So it all worked out well. And a small comment about Syed. I've known Syed for what, 8 years now, and I've taken him to Toastmasters meetings as well. So he was never interested with the format. However, I knew that he could speak really, really well because he has a lot of experience in public speaking, and that's why Toastmasters was not a lot of incentive for him. So I told him, join us and then experience it. And I'm so happy and proud that you're the best speaker today. And we look forward to you speaking many more times and debating. Thank you so much, everyone.
Inshallah. Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Riza. Can we hear from Mazhar?
Yeah, thanks a lot, all of them, especially Alan Paul. By saying he's a DTM, so I was fearing. So luckily, as a part of Riza Bhai and Sayyed, they gave opportunity to me to learn a lot of things. And thanks a lot, and appreciate your hard work, Riza Bhai, and all of them. Thanks a lot. Over to you. Thanks.
Thank you.
But one thing is that we all know that you're from IT. Because it's the third debate as well. He has to mention it. I'm from IT.
Toastmaster Mazhar, you were very good today. Excellent, rebuttal. I enjoyed listening to you. Keep it up, Mr. Toastmaster Mazhar.
That is one fixed point Mazhar has, that at least it will take 2 or 3 lines in saying that he's from IT. So he has to prepare less in the speech for that part.
GTM Ali Shabazz, we would like to hear your feedback on the meeting.
Thank you. I believe this is my 3rd time in LA Debaters, and I enjoy every time. I cannot debate this way, the way all of you do, because in leadership we became more of a one-way communication. That's it, so we got to be a little flexible. So someday, not very soon, but I promise to join a debate team just to polish my skills, but not so soon, because I'll lose pathetically very badly. So I don't want to do that, take chances now. I just want to watch you all, and the way you guys do it, fantastic. Knowing that there are some past leaders with all of you, this is it's a good mix of new leaders and past leaders. So many ideas come together, and it's very important to keep polishing debate skills. Good job, everybody. Very happy to be here. That's all about it.
Thank you,
DTM Ali. If you decide to debate, DTM Ali, if you decide to debate, I would want to be in your team, because your presence itself will make the other team nervous. So that's enough.
First of all, when I wanted to do my pathways, it was hard to find evaluators. But I was told by Murthy and Shilpa that nobody wants to be your evaluator. So we are going with the same evaluators again and again. That's the funny part.
Let's discuss something.
And this is why I'm speaking more in Kuwait, less in Bahrain, because I tried doing it in Bahrain, but nobody wants to evaluate.
I think in Kuwait you will get a lot of evaluators. We'll be more than happy to evaluate. So if you have a speaking slot and not finding an evaluator, just let us know and we will set up batches of evaluators.
Point noted. Arij and Anwar wanted to do the evaluation. Point noted.
I can proudly say 90% of my pathways since almost a month, I finished it in Kuwait.
So that means you should be giving credit to Kuwait. We will raise to the DTM in Kuwait.
So I think the second DTM is also scheduled in Kuwait. I'll just check my calendar. I think it's scheduled in Kuwait. Reflect, your path is scheduled in Kuwait also. So, one of the clubs.
It's a nice suggestion by Anwar Adam, which you have to consider. You can consider giving it to Kuwait club, your second DTM.
I'm planning to do my third DTM
in Arabic.
In Arabic, so that will be an experience.
Actually,
wish you all the best.
What's happening? All the members, when they come and say, "I've never debated," now we all get worried. because the last time when Rola won, she said, "This is my first time I'm debating," and she
She
went
became
away
the
with the
winner.
best debater.
Yes,
Now
yes,
saying
yes.
that I've never debated, this is my first time debating, we got worried. So same thing with Ali also mentioned, I've never debated. So I think that that's a recipe. Huh?
I debated back in 2006-7 in our debate club. Then it didn't last for long because the debate used to go till the car park.
But DTM Ali Shabazz, Regional Director, I want to tell you something. You know what is speciality in our elite debaters? Quresh and Tasneem, both are very companions. They debate against each other, they evaluate against each other. That's the beauty of our elite debaters.
And still stay in the same house.
And still.
I mean, you should really, you should pat on my back for my braveness,
But Quresh, you
And
should
she
also
picked
tell
for
us how
him
many
the blue
times
suit.
you slept on the couch.
No, he was in the parking
after the
lot.
debates.
He was in the car that day.
I am again taking the risk in the next meeting by evaluating her. So be there.
So who's debating next meeting? Us?
No, there's no debate. It's a normal meeting. Tasneem
I
is
know.
giving his
The
speech.
next debate.
Next debate, our team is the judge team. So
26 September.
It's us.
Anwar, 26 September.
Yeah, 26 September.
Yeah, Kuwait.
Ali, be there.
Elect Gladiator will be the host.
Oh yes,
And
we have the host.
we Musketeers are the judge team.
Yes.
So we are debating against who?
I'm going to learn from Arij how to be an MC.
Oh my God.
She did a brilliant job as always.
Guys, my dinner is ready. Tasneem is screaming from outside, so I have to leave. Thank you so much, DTM Ali Shahbaz, and thank you so much everybody else for giving me this opportunity. It was wonderful being a debate moderator for the first time.
No, Quresh, before you leave, we want to know, why did you pose like Dhananjay today?
Dhananjay?
Yeah, what observation.
We are observing you.
Nice, very nice observation.
Very nice.
I believe Dhananjay is imitating.
It's a compliment in
not the
itself if you just mention his name. Yeah.
Quresh, show us the red rose.
Red rose.
See, now
Good night,
we
guys.
want to hear from
Bye.
our immediate
Good night, Toastmaster Quresh.
immediate past division director. Wafa, can you give us your feedback before you go? You've been seeing new debaters in our club. So what do you think? How are they progressing?
Actually, I'm so proud in the progress. What's been done since before June, before July, the last 3 months, and these 3 months, I can see that the growth that we had at Elite Debaters, because I'm from the charter member, this 6 months equivalent to 3 years. I'm telling you frankly, and it's recording, and I admit it. This 6 months, it's equivalent to 3 years. But at least we kept the momentum and we kept pushing and keeping the club alive. However, now the club is going to the peak. It's hitting high and nobody can stop this club, I'm sure. And I'm proud to be part of it.
MashaAllah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your support. Always encouraging, very motivating, highly dedicated ambassador, I should say. Madam, immediate division director, district director, DTM Wafa Salman. Thank you, ma'am.
We'll take the last feedback from Sham Sundar for today before we close this session. Sham, this was your second time in debate competition, I think. So tell us about your experience.
First of all, thank you so much for Elite Debaters for giving so many opportunities to debate. And today, Toastmaster Riza and his team did really very wonderful job. And our captain, Toastmaster Alan, the way he debated, wonderful. And I learned so many things from today's debate, especially from the opponent team.
Anwar, two people we are mixing actually, Toastmaster Prince and Toastmaster DTM Noor Muhammad.
Leon is also there.
I'm sorry, I didn't
Toastmaster
see Noor.
Leon is also there. As
I
feedback.
don't see Noor in the room. Is Noor in the room? I don't see him.
No.
Okay.
Toastmaster Prince and Toastmaster Leon.
Leon, we already heard from Leon.
Okay. Okay.
From my end, thank you everyone. I mean, it was a fantastic meeting. I really enjoyed it. In fact, it was really close, because I'm holding the ballots with me, so but I can't disclose it yet. But then
Oh my
it was
God.
really close. It was really close, and I was very impressed with the best debater of the day. It was his first debate, and Syed, I think you did fantastic. Although you should know that you were not measured on the summary, the captains had additional points for the summary, yet you got maximum points as a debater, which was amazing, so great job with that. And I think you should pursue and you should debate a lot more, because you have the skill sets to develop a lot more in debate. So fantastic job with that. And as such, the quality of the meetings have been really great. And like Wafa mentioned, we've seen the journey since long, and I totally agree with her. And just a few good leaders coming in can change the whole game. So great job, leaders, and let's keep it going. Proud to be an elite debater. Yes.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Good night.
DTM
Thank you all. Good
Shabazz.
night.
Thank you,
Thank you so
DTM
much.
Ali,
for your
Shabazz Ali.
participation.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Ali. Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Night to all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.